We think this good, not because we want to follow it, not because we tell you to do this, but because it is good. The Quran says, don't kill. That's not the reason you don't kill, because the Quran says you don't kill. You don't kill because that's a bad thing to do, to kill people. That's why the Quran says don't kill. It's not the other way around. Yeah? You get it? It's bad not because the Quran says it's bad. It's bad. That's why the Quran says it's bad. We have it backwards. It reminds me of a story of a great pharaoh in Egypt. He went to see the Mufti of Al-Azhar, and the pharaoh said, "Mufti, Grand Mufti, show me how can be the ayat in the Quran, the verses in the Quran, and the hadith, how to be a great Muslim leader." He asked the Mufti to do that. And the wise Mufti replied to the Pharaoh, said, "Don't worry about that. You bring justice, prosperity, and peace to the people. I'll find the hadith, I'll find the verse in the Quran to say what you're doing is Islamic." Well, when you justify something based on the hadith and the Quran, two things can happen. You're assuming your interpretation is correct, and that's a big assumption. And the second thing is that that may not be the only interpretation. So you must be alive. The Quran is a document meant for all mankind at all times. So it must be interpreted differently with different times. So, and that's, Islam is a big tent. And the reason it is a big tent, because it is the flexibility. Islam transformed the Bedouins from a culture that killed female babies to the great civilization at the beginning. It also elevates the Turkish Empire to the Ottoman Empire. It's just a big thing. It elevates us, Muslims, Malays, to do that. So you can only do that with degrees of flexibility. If you say the Quran says this and the Quran says that, and therefore this is my interpretation, how do you explain the hadith as interpreted by the Shiites? The hadith is interpreted by Hanbali school. The hadith as by the Shafi'i school. The fact that there are different interpretations doesn't mean one is right and one is wrong. It means that there are various interpretations. There is a famous hadith. The Prophet said that, there will be a time when there are 72 sects in Islam, right? So only one is right. What's your interpretation to that? There are two interpretations that only one's right. Therefore, my interpretation is right. The other 71 is wrong. When you have that attitude, you are being intolerant of others who have different viewpoints. But one way or the other way of looking at it is, if you have one chance in 72 being right, that means you have a 71 out of 72 chance of being wrong. Chances are your interpretation is wrong. When you have that attitude that your interpretation is wrong, what is your mindset then? I want to learn from the others. That's the difference. Whereas the other one, you're intolerant of other viewpoints. With the other interpretation, you want to learn from others. One of the beauties of my living in America, because of the freedom, I can read Shiite literature, I can read Ahmadiyya's literature, I can read Ismaili literature. At the University of Islam Antarabangsa here, the Shiite literature are in lock key. And if you want to read that, you have to sign yourself, and your name goes to the Vice Chancellor. That's entrapping the mind. We want to liberate the mind. We can learn everything, a little bit from each of us. So I find the beauty in Wahhabism, I find the beauty in Sufism, I find the beauty in Ismailis. All these faiths have something to, all these fiqhs have different religious interpretation of Islam. I find something to celebrate.